Alright, welcome back. This is James Possible, and this is the next video in my series exporting data from MetaTrader 4 into Excel and doing some simple data analysis. As I've shared previously, I'm breaking this up into small videos. Makes it a little bit easier to work through it, and by the end of this small series, I think you'll begin to have some appreciation and understanding of how you might use this to develop a simple strategy on your own, away from the chart. The chart can be helpful, but it can also be helpful if you understand how to just do some very basic data analysis as well. It just depends what you're looking for in your strategy and how you think and process and those kind of things. Again, I'm not a quant. I'm not a math genius. I'm a student of trading the forex markets, which means that for me, I am a student of statistical analysis as well. So I study it every day, I work at it every day, and I look for ways to incorporate it into my trading. Okay, so we left off. I had converted the price data from decimal point or floating point data to integer data, standardizing it with a 6-digit number, I'm sorry. And then we found the range, the pip range of each candle, each 15-minute candle, and we did that by subtracting the low from the high. Now, what we can do, now that we have that, we can come down here to the bottom, and we can do something like equals max, which is max, so we're looking for the max value, and then I'm going to highlight this range, all 4,501 rows of data, and look what comes up. We have, so the maximum high-low range in these 4,500 rows of data is 190 pips. So there's a pretty big candle there for 15 minutes. And again, we're trading the pound CAD pair. So I'm going to merge. I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to share everything that I do in Excel. That would just make this more cumbersome and longer, and I want to keep this as short as possible. Okay, so this is max pips, max pip range, right? So then we can also do min, M-I-N, same range, and minimum pip range. So you can see what a range, right? In 4,500 candles, price candles, we have a range that goes from, on the low side, not even a pip, it's a tenth of a pip, all the way up to 190 pips. So it's a pretty broad range. So what we also what we can do is we can say equals, and then we can do average. I'm going to cheat here. Just copy that range. And I'm going to do average. I'm going to round it off because it's giving me so many. I'm going to round it off to 2 decimal. Okay, so the average pip range over this 4,500 candles is 13.7 pips. Is that useful for you? I don't know. It just depends on how you're thinking about things, how you're looking at the charts, what your expectation of trading is. Now here's the thing. If the average pip range on this pair is 13.7 pips, and you're wanting to, your target is, say, 50 pips, what does that mean? Well, you're going to have to look at the candles a little bit closer and do a little more analysis, right? So you can understand, okay, what is it going to take for you to hit 50 pips? Because remember, this is the high-low, right? So this is the full range. So if the full range is averaging 13.7 pips, then what does that mean? That means that the candle body is averaging much less than 13 pips. So that's something to think about, right? So what else might we look at? Let's look at, I'm going to cheat here. I'm going to grab this range one more time. Then I'm going to do count if. There's the range. If 10 is greater than or equal to 10 pips. So greater than or equal to 10 pips. Okay, let's do this a little bit different here. Merge. Oops. Hang on here. There we go. Now I'm going to merge. Right, justified, bold. Okay, so greater than or equal to 10 pips. So out of 4,500 candles, 2,600 of them are equal to 10 pips or more. So let's do this. Let's say 20 pips. So that changes quite a bit. So out of this 4,500 pips, 4,500 candles, 755 are 20 pips or more. So let's, one more time, let's go to 30 pips. So 217 candles out of these 4,500 candles is either equal to or greater than 30 pips. So that's helpful, right? If you have a target, a pip target, then it's helpful to know what's actually happening, so you can have a reasonable expectation of your target. Okay, so I'm going to stop here. It's a pretty good place to stop, and then we'll move on to the next video, and we're pretty close to wrapping this small series up. Hopefully this is helpful for you. This is some of the stuff that I've done and learned on my forex journey. If you have questions, ask them. I'll do my best to answer them. If you have comments, please share them down below. Again, this is James Possible. Thank you for joining me. Look forward to talking with you on the next video. Bye for now.